Hey folks, in this video we're gonna go through a CSS property called FlexFlow. FlexFlow is a combination of two separate properties. First one is a flex direction, second one is the flex wrap. So in effect, FlexFlow is a short way of defining flex direction and flex wrap. In this page we got all the possible combination that can be used, and at the right we got the rendered result. Okay, let's go through them one by one. First of all, RowNoWrap is the default. RowNoWrap is actually equal to initial, FlexFlow being initial. Okay, first of all, we start with RowNoWrap, or the initial. So let's write it down. Okay, RowNoWrap initial. Okay, so you got A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, second one is RowReverseWrap. I'll tell you the logic of it. The first one starts with just row. The second one starts with RowReverse. So in effect, the second one has like this: F, E, D, C, B, B, A. Okay, let's check. Indeed it is. Okay, now the ColumnWrap, as you guessed it, it is arranged in a single column. Alright, because it is set to no wrap, like the first example, RowNoWrap. Okay, so let's write it down: A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, let's check. Indeed it is. It's arranged in a single column. Okay, now the next, ColumnWrapReverse. Here you just reverse whatever is in the single column, reverse it, so it becomes F, E, D, C, B, A. Right? Indeed it is. Now I'll write a line here, because it's gonna get a little more complex. We got so we're gonna do RowRap. In this case, it depends on the size of each of these boxes inside. When it was set to no wrap, it arranges it in a single line, or single row, or the single column. When it's set to wrap, it uses its preset size, and if it goes over one row or one column, it moves on to the next row or the next column. Okay, so RowRap would be, in this case, I know how big it is, so I can say what the effect of the wrap will be. In this case, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so the effect of wrap is if using the original size arranged into a row, and if it overlaps, the rest of the elements will be on the on the next row. Okay, now row reverse wrap. Okay, here it's the same logic. You got two rows, right? But in this case, we're reversing each row one at a time. So the first row gonna be CBA, the second one gonna be FED. Let's check. Yes, CBA FED. Very good. Now the column wrap. Same thing. It's gonna be two columns, right? So it's gonna be A, B, C, D, E, F. Yes, A, B, C, D, E, F. Very good. Now column reverse wrap. Okay, in the column reverse wrap we got two columns, this one and this one, and we reverse each column. Okay, so the first column is gonna be C, B, A. Second column is gonna be F, E, D. So C, B, A, F, E, D. That's correct. Okay, the next one is a row wrap reverse. Okay, let's put a line here. So let's remind ourselves what row wrap is. Row wrap is this, right? Is it A, B, C, D, E, F? Yep. So remember, if it was row reverse, we just reverse each row, right? But if it's wrap reverse, the direction of the reversing is orthogonal to row. So it means we are reversing, in effect, each column, because row is x-axis and wrap reverse is reversing in the orthogonal to the row. So orthogonal to the x-axis, which is y-axis. So in effect we're gonna reverse each column. There are three columns, right? So the first one is gonna be DA, second one gonna be EB, third column gonna be FC. Let's have a look. DFABC. That's correct. Excellent. Now row reverse wrap reverse. Row reverse wrap reverse. Here the row reverse is reversing in the x-axis, right? So in effect, simply we're gonna reverse each row. We're gonna reverse each row. So it's gonna be FED CBA. Have a look. FED CBA. Nice. Column wrap reverse. Let's put a line here. to get this, let's try ColumnWrap. Where's ColumnWrap? Here you go. Okay, is it right? ColumnWraps. Yep. So here, RowReverse. Well, you know the column is in y-axis, so based on that, RowReverse is orthogonal to the column, which means it's reversing each row. Okay, so it's gonna be D A E B F C. D A E B F C. Have a look. Have a look. D A E B F C. That's correct. Next one. It's the last one, because we already know what initial is, right? Initial is the RowNoWrap. Let's go. Okay. Here, ColumnReverse is just reversing operation on the y-axis, which means we're reversing each column. There are two columns and reversing each of them. So it's gonna be F E D C B A. Have a look. F E D C B A. That's correct. Alright, so that's finished. Initial, as I said, is equal to RowNoWrap. Alright, so it's gonna be A, B, C, D, E, F in one row, right? Look, indeed it is. So that's how FlexFlow works. So let me just make a new note here. So summary, the logic is, if it's row and something, so I guess I go no wrap or wrap, then let me just make it like this. So if you do RowReverse, that means you're reversing each row, right? In this case, it's arranged into two rows, so we're gonna reverse each row. So it's this one gonna be A, B, C, this gonna be D, E, F, something like that, right? Also, if it's column something and you change it to ColumnReverse, it means the column works in a y-axis. So ColumnReverse just means, in this case we got two columns again. We are gonna reverse each column. So this is gonna be A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now, if it's something and then wrap and you change it to RowReverse, the direction of, well, RowReverse is another reversing operation like with RowReverse or ColumnReverse, but the difference is if it is ColumnWrapReverse, then the direction of the wrap reverse is always orthogonal to whatever you specify for flex direction. In this case, the flex direction is column, which works in a y-axis. So orthogonal to y-axis is what wrap reverse operates on. So in this case, we're gonna reverse each row. Okay, so reverse each row, and similarly, if it is row wrap reverse, we're gonna reverse each column. Can you see the logic here, the pattern? In the first example, the flex direction is set to column, and we know that wrap reverse operates on orthogonal direction to the column, which is each row. So we're gonna reverse each row. And if the flex direction is set to row operates on x-axis, and orthogonal to that is the y-axis. So wrap reverse works on y-axis or the column. So we're gonna reverse each column. Very good. Let's have a look at Jay's fiddle here. I'm just gonna change the justify content and align items. And okay, so first of all, we have defined some flex flow. Justify content and align items works exactly the same way for any flex flow. Justify content is set to space around. Let's change it to space between. What do you think will happen? The flex direction is set to column, so along the y-axis it's gonna be space between, like this. It's arranged vertically now. What do you think the align items will do? It's gonna center it horizontally, right? What if I do flex end? Sorry, let me just have a look. Line items, let me have a look. Flex align items. What values do we have? Oh yeah, we got flex end and flex start. Oh, is it because it's wrap reverse? Let me change it to flex end. I'm predicting it's gonna move each row to the right to touch the right boundary, but it's not doing it. So maybe if I change it to wrap, yes, exactly what it is. So this is the default behavior. Okay, so change it back to center. These two work the same way, just that if I change this to row, what will happen is this time justify content. Well, firstly, let's just do it. Yes, so justify content works horizontally now across the x-axis. It's gonna leave the space between. And align items this time centers it vertically, right? The same thing here. If I align item flex end, I expect each row to move downwards to touch the bottom boundary, and it does. Well, it does. Okay. Alright. So whatever value I set for flex flow, you can just use justify content and align items to the common operation is just to center it and also have space between the elements. They all work the same way. Okay, so that's what this is. Awesome. Thank you very much, and see you next time.